if you're the Arsenal.
Yeah, that's a big chance to snatch one and run away with it, kind of shake things up in the league.
Well, you talk about shake things up. Here's a look at the AF1 standings, and this is a good thing to point out now because just this week, AF1 announced the postseason format. Top 6 teams in the league get to be in the postseason. You have the top team in the league today in the Albany Firebirds going up against the Michigan Arsenal, who are at the bottom of the barrel. But these are the only 2 teams that also haven't had a bye yet this year. Everybody else has hit their bye. Albany hits theirs next week, the Michigan Arsenal in 2 weeks. Let's take a look at our players to watch, starting with the home team here in this game. We are going to go with Dan the Threat Williams. He had an octopus last week, meaning scored the touchdown and got the 2-point conversion. He's electric and somebody that Malik Henry trusts a lot.
Yeah, we would consider him what you would say the safety blanket of the squad.
He is certainly that. On the other side for the Albany Firebirds, it is Darian Townsend who will be our player to watch. Darian has been as good as advertised in this league with limited reps as well. He leads the league in receptions and in passing touchdown receptions with 10. He's as good as advertised, and he's somebody that both quarterbacks at this Albany Firebirds team have relied on. They trust him. He's their go-to target. He makes big plays. He's as good as ever, and he'll see passes from Sam Castronova today here in Michigan. It's AF1 football. It's the Albany Firebirds and the Michigan Arsenal, and it's next on Home Team Network.
You want soft?
Over the boards he goes.
Wrong building.
And it's a touchdown.
This is Arena Football 1. Walls, speed, impact. This game doesn't slow down.
Touchdown, Walker!
It closes in. 8 men. Nowhere to run. Hockey speed, football violence. Don't blink, because in here, the ball never dies. Watch Arena Football 1 live all weekend long.
Over the boards he goes.
The moment it happens.
Touchdown, Oregon Lightning.
The hits, the highlights, the news that shakes the league. It's already here. This isn't yesterday's story. This is right now. The AF1.com is your inside line to everything Arena Football 1. The AF1.com. Don't hear about it later.
The ball never dies in Arena Football, and these 2 teams have been flying around kind of opposite tails of the season. Albany has been kind of blazing through the early part of the schedule, 5-0, a lot of road games on that schedule. The Arsenal are coming off of a heartbreaker against Minnesota, the only overtime game this year, and it ended on a fumble as they were pushing for the win.
Yeah, I think, the Arsenal stand a good chance tonight. We get out early and try to sneak them. Like I said, we can.
You never know what can happen in these games. Albany won the toss. They deferred their choice to the second half. It will be the new kicker, second-week kicker, Evan Bird, who was traded from Washington over to Albany cross-country trade, and they love what they have in Evan. He is a Alabama A&M player. He was known as the Alabama Hammer. And we are underway. Vance Bennett will retrieve it off of the rebound net. He'll bring it out to the 5 and get tripped up there, lose a cleat while he's at it.
By Drew Singleton.
Where Albany will have Michigan starting off. So we will get a chance to see Malik Henry for the first time today, and this is a chance to set the tone if you are the Michigan Arsenal.
Absolutely. We did discuss before the game the Arsenal switching it up and actually receiving to start the game. So
it worked out a little bit for him. Sean Lyotta will get a chance to lead his squad, and we will get underway here in the first quarter of play. Malik Henry is protected by Alex Westcott, Alex Heel, and Joe Maxwell III. His receiving targets, Daniel Williams, Jarve Flowers, and Jairus Grissom is back here this week in a full capacity, something we haven't had in a couple of weeks. Throw over to our player to watch, Dan the Threat Williams. He'll get a couple of quick yards and knocked into the boards.
Malik Henry's pass is completed to the Threat. 3-yard gain brings up second.
Malik Henry from Inglewood, California. He's in his second season in AF1 after playing for Billings last year. His experience in the CFL, NAL, the IFL. He's been around the block, as veteran as you can get. Quick pass is going to be tipped up and then hit the turf, almost picked off.
Be Marcus Smith on that breakup right there.
Albany has 7 interceptions this year on defense. They have been as good as offensively as they've been. Their defense has really even been better in some cases. Anchored by Lorenzo Jones, who has stepped up in recent weeks. Third down, quick pass over to Trevante Long. He'll be knocked into the boards at about the 8-yard line. And we will see a fourth down here early for the Arsenal offense. Morris Joseph is the middle interior man, the 6'3", 280 Memphis Tiger. Trying to wreak havoc here early. Pump fake from Henry. He will send a long shot out to Grissom. Grissom just underneath it, and it falls a few yards in front of him. We'll see a turnover on downs, and it will go back to Albany here in great field position to start. So we will see the highly experienced, the MVP that has been an MVP everywhere he's gone, Sam Castronova, in his second week back in AFL after a stint in the UFL. He replaces Joshua Kolka, who was great in his own right during the first 4 weeks of the season. Sam, a Buffalo, New York native. More about that later on. First play, and Albany scores immediately.
Opened up with the touchdown.
Throw to Dwayne Brown, the Indiana University of Pennsylvania graduate, and that is how Albany scores. And it's just one play. That's why you can't fall down when you're the Arsenal on offense.
They left them with pretty good field position on that as well.
An 8-yard touchdown to start. And we'll see the point after here from Evan Bird. He was trying to figure out this arena. It's always hard to do so here. And I'll tell you more about what he did before the game here in Saginaw. That's going to send us to our first break. 7-0 our score here in Saginaw. Albany in front over the Arsenal.
The AF1.com.
Over the boards he goes.
The moment it happens.
Touchdown, Oregon Lightning.
The hits, the highlights, the news that shakes the league. It's already here. This isn't yesterday's story. This is right now. The AF1.com is your inside line to everything Arena Football 1. The AF1.com. Don't hear about it later.
Welcome back here to Saginaw, Michigan. This is the Dow Event Center, home of the Michigan Arsenal for the past 4 weeks this year. They have 2 more home games after this. It has been fun here in the Dow Event Center. Albany traveling for the first time here to Michigan. And we will get ready for the kick. So we will see Evan Bird, who during the pregame actually knocked out one of the panels in the scoreboard. Well, he was trying to figure out how to navigate said scoreboard, which is pretty difficult to do. This is probably, in all the AF1, probably the hardest arena to kick in just because of the low roof and the low scoreboard. He has to go with a low kick. It hits off the bottom of the rebound net. Grissom is going to grab it at about the 5 and get tackled at the 10.
Looks like we got a penalty on the play as well.
There is a flag, and they're going to look like it's going to be on the Arsenal, so they're going to back this up to start. And we'll get a chance to see Malik Henry start again deep in his own territory.
Receiving team, number 8, half the distance to goal. First down.
Albany took down Minnesota, Beaumont, the Lightning, the Wolfpack, and the Kentucky Barrels to get to their 5-0 record. The lone win for the Arsenal is against the Lightning as well. They have losses to the Barrels, the Cats, and then 2 losses to the Monsters this season.
Hawking down the competition.
Henry, quick step and a drop throw over to Williams. He will get a couple of yards and then get knocked down, and we will see the second, about 7 for the Arsenal. Dan Williams out of Jackson State. He's a really great receiver when he was there. For the Arsenal today, Deshaun, it's going to take protection against a beefy defensive line.
Absolutely.
Another quick pass to Trevante Long. He'll get knocked into the wall and get 3rd and manageable here for the Arsenal.
Or it'll be a lot of quick hitters tonight, it seems like.
Especially if they see the Albany defense playing back, take as many yards as you can get and turn this into a possession game.
Yes, indeed.
Fred Weaver is in here. He is trying to make up for last week when he felt awful after that game and the fumble to end it. They're going to go with another quick pass out to Trevante Long. He's got to get the first, and he's not going to have enough for it. Depends on where they spot it. Might be just a yard short, but it will be 4th down and very short for the Arsenal.
Henry's pass completed to Long. 1 yard, brings up 4th and 1.
Like a bunch of Firebirds got out there. They move quick. This is a defensive unit that has been really good under the tutelage of Brandon Cisse. The coaching staff that has been together for a long time at this point. 4th down, Henry. Deep drop, finds Long again. That's been his go-to target. He got the first, and that should move the chains for the first time today for the Arsenal.
Henry's pass is complete to Long for 3 yards. First down, Arsenal!
Nice snag by Trevante Long, a.k.a. the henchman.
Malik Henry, great quarterback, opposite of Sam Castronova today in his own right, leads the league in offensive yards and in passing yards. Another quick pass. That one's going to be dropped, though, and incomplete. 2nd and 10 for the Arsenal. This is a different look than what we've seen in recent weeks from the Arsenal, who were willing to air it out early in the game, but now just trying to get as many yards as they can, as quickly as they can. Alex Westcott, the left guard, protecting the blind side of Henry. There's the deep one. Pressure coming. Has to launch it. Williams looks back. It's over the stands. And it will be 3rd and 10 for the Arsenal. They're behind the sticks. Haven't seen anything for Jarvey Flowers, who is over on the bench with Jairus Grissom back, and then Daniel Williams and Trevante Long. 3rd and 10. A couple ways you can attack this. Long the motion man. They're going to look for Grissom. He's open, splits the defenders, and the throw is just out of his reach again.
And he had Daniel Williams coming across the middle there around the 20-yard line.
Second deep ball for Grissom today, and that connection is just off as they try and get their timing back.
Just off, just out his grasp.
So it's 4th and 10. Got to get to midfield for the first down if you're the Arsenal, already trailing by 7. Only one offensive snap for the Firebirds today. Into the middle for Flowers, right on cue, and he drops it. He had Long planted right at the sticks.
That was another good pass breakup by Marcus Smith from Nevada.
Marcus Smith has been incredible for this team. Leads the team with 3 interceptions. He is the defending defensive player of the week in AF1. He had 2 interceptions last week against the Barrels with 7 tackles. The MVP of the week, that's the overarching award. You have the defensive player of the week, the offensive player of the week, and the MVP. Well, that went to Sam Castronova for his day against the Barrels. 15 completions, 3 passing touchdowns, 3 rushing touchdowns. Quick pass out to the side for Isaiah Scott. He'll get a couple of yards, and it will be 2nd down for Albany here on their 2nd offensive snap. They keep the ball moving.
Tackled by Isaiah McFarland out of Kentucky State on that play.
Castronova, like we mentioned, from Buffalo, New York, went to Bethel College, started his college career at Erie Community College, and has been around the indoor game in a plethora of leagues, and in every single one of them, one of the most successful players in that league. Townsend in motion, leading touchdown getter in AF1, but instead they're going to dump this one into the basket of Isaiah Scott for the 2nd touchdown. Albany up early, and it hasn't taken much to get into the end zone.
Easy field position. They're just literally playing catch in the backyard right now.
Easy dump in. Look at the open space. And you can't leave a guy that open.
You got everything flowing one way and out the back door the other way.
Isaiah Scott is from West Virginia State, also attended Youngstown State. So they didn't have enough players out for the PAT. They were missing the long snapper who is double duty for Lorenzo Jones. You so often see that in the arena game. Good snap, good hold. Kick is just over the bar. And that will send us to our 2nd timeout here. 4:51 left to go in the first quarter. 14-0 Albany.
Yeah! You feel that? You feel that? This that AF1? You feel that? What? Run for the city. Run. Rep your colors. Side by side. When the lights come on, we go high. AF1. The ball never dies.
Here we go again. That's going to leave a mark.
This is Arena Football 1.
This is what AF1 is all about.
The ball never dies.
He flipped over the wall and hung on.
The wall is waiting.
This is Arena Football 1.
No sideline.
He got lit up by the wall.
That's going to leave a mark.
No way out.
A hit like that only happens in Arena Football 1.
Because in here, the ball never dies.
Football 1 on Home Team Network. We got a fan field goal going on right now here in Saginaw, and Albany is up 14-0 as they get ready for the kick, and oh, it's good!
Was it good, or is it just left?
I think it just missed. Oh. Fans are having some fun here in Saginaw. Good crowd on hand. There's a lot of deals going on here in Saginaw and trying to build on it. Going against one of the premier franchises, not just in Arena Football 1, but in all of the indoor game, the Albany Firebirds.
I feel like the Arsenal still stand a chance. You kind of just giving them a chip shot, you know, 2 times in a row. So,
got to find a way back into it. This is the challenge that the Arsenal were going to be presented with, and we saw them last week play one of their best games. But even though that monster team is really good, that's still a different category from what Albany has been the first 5 weeks of the season. As we see Bird getting ready to kick it off. He will send it away. Haven't had a deuce in this building. That's going to hit off of a speaker, and this will help out the Arsenal, who will now get it at the 20.
The ball hit the structure up top. Therefore, by rule, be placed at the 20-yard line. First down.
A little, hopefully.
Henry has been the favorite target of Trevante Long today. He's thrown a couple up to Williams, thrown a couple to Flowers, thrown a couple to Grissom. The connection, and it's just trying to figure out that timing. Timing is so hard to get back when you haven't had the consistency that Grissom and Henry had early in the season when they were a tag team duo.
Absolutely, which is why it seems like they're trying to get those quick fire passes in.
So they'll start at the 20. It will be first down and 10 to go, and Michigan looking for an offensive score. Grissom will be the motion man. Pump fake on the quick pass. Has to get rid of it. Does Henry. Nobody's there. He just throws it away. And a flag down as well. Looked like the sign was holding on Michigan, so this is going to put him behind the sticks again.
Offense, number 56, 10-yard penalty, still first down.
It will, so it's going to move him all the way back to the 10. First and 20 for the Arsenal. So Henry back under center. The motion man will be Flowers here. Has a lot of speed, and we're going to have a long play to Flowers, and it caught the bench. With some extra pushing and shoving, extra punches thrown. Both the zeros going at it. That's Lorenzo Jones and Jarve Flowers, who got hooked up in the mask area for a moment, and each player is going to get pulled away by a teammate. Flowers having some extra conversation with CJ Clark on his way back to the huddle. See, the throw went into the bench area, and then Jones and Flowers got tied up more because they thought the ball was still alive. Remember, the ball never dies. And then a couple extra punches and everything thrown.
I think that's just regular, you know, football right there, you know, after the play. But the 1-2 punch combo, that's a no-no, man.
Yeah, we saw Flowers last week also get a personal foul for an unsportsmanlike conduct, but we got to see what they're going to call here, because it should be on both, based on everything, but they haven't looked up at the monitor.
Usually
illegal
in the game
defense.
of football, you get that
defense, number 99.
Okay, what we got?
That's a 5-yard penalty, automatic first down. After the play, on sportsmanlike conduct, defense, number 0. Number 0 has been ejected from the game.
Wow.
Yeah, I figured as much.
Wow.
Oftentimes with that, the refs will allow the chippiness to, you know, but once it exceeds, you know.
So the original penalty was offside.
Yeah.
That was on C.J. Clark. So that's a 5-yard penalty, an automatic first down. The chains move. Then after the play, they are going to call Lorenzo Jones for a personal foul for the extra punch.
Yep.
He's been ejected from the game. The unsung hero of this team that has been really good, and that's going to force Albany to take a timeout, and they're going to want to have a conversation with the officials. That is Damon Ware, the third season head coach, but really it's his sixth season in Albany, really all 6 of them as the head coach back when they were in the NAL. And they're going to bring over the referee, Brad, and the rest of his crew to figure out here what the call is and why Lorenzo Jones has been ejected. I mean, we know why, but we also saw Jarvey Flowers throw a couple of haymakers.
So that's what I was getting to, is from playing the game most of the time, you know, once you get tackled, they'll let you kind of scuffle back and forth. You know, like Flowers got away with the maybe a little bit of a stiff arm, you could call it, you know, but the 1-2 punches, it was too obvious.
So here's another look at it. There's the initial, and then usually you get a response. That's what Albany is questioning about. But I think
it was more
the second one, because you get 1 and 1, right? Everybody gets one.
It was you know, the palm to the face mask from Flowers. I feel like not so much a punch, but then I feel like with Jones, that first one was all okay, but then he came with the second one, which was overdoing it.
Sometimes they'll throw the personal foul, but they'll let some of it go. Especially here in the arena game, we're so closely confined. This is going to happen every single game. And so after all of that, they're going to look for a throw into the middle, almost picked off, and there's a little route confusion here from Daniel Williams and Malik Henry. And so, it almost feels like the Arsenal are playing like they had 2 weeks ago when they looked a little off. They figured it out late, but this to start is not the team we saw against Minnesota last week.
It's not right now.
So trying to figure it out here with second down after a couple of penalties. Grissom will go back and become the motion man. Trevante Long, Williams also down on the right side in what is essentially a trips formation. Grissom is open. He'll get the catch. That's a good look for him and a first down as he tries to drive for a couple extra yards. That's a strong look from Jairus, who kind of needed something to get his engine going here. If you know anything about Michigan high school football, you know Jairus Grissom and what he did at River Rouge High School, one of the premier programs in the state down in Detroit. He's also the local kid. Handoff to Weaver. He's not going to get anything here unless he kind of bolts out and then takes a shoulder to the head. Lost his helmet. That one stings. And still manages to get a couple yards. Yeah, Weaver's going to have to take a moment. I thought that hit was a big one, and it knocked his helmet square off.
What a strong run off that edge, though. Oh, yeah, he's good.
Just kind of knocks his sense out of you for a moment.
Yeah.
Take a look at the tough running. Looked like it wasn't going to go anywhere. But then here's the big hit from Drew Singleton out of Rutgers. Drew Singleton, if you don't remember that name, he was a big prospect coming out of New Jersey. He was the #1 prospect in New Jersey back in 2017. Actually started his career at Michigan before transferring to Rutgers and finishing out had a good career there at Rutgers, now here in Arena Football 1. Second down here, first time on the plus side of the 50. Pass over to Williams. He catches it and goes over the wall like he did last week. That's a touchdown for the Arsenal. They respond and cut the lead in half.
Great snag, great concentration by the threat.
That was a timing play through and through, and the timing was perfect.
He went up and got that one quite literally.
If there's somebody that's going to go over the wall, it's Dan Williams, the third.
No fear at all.
That's a great look from our crew.
And a smooth flip at the end. What would you say about that landing?
That's hey, if you can land it 10 out of 10, right? And so Oscar Roden is on for the PAT to try and truly cut the lead in half. Vance Bennett will do the snapping, and the kick is up and good. So Oscar Roden makes it 14-7. Michigan finally is able to respond, and we will play on here in Michigan. As great as a catch as we're going to see here, and here's something to be said. The Michigan Arsenal have had a couple of plays every week that could be plays of the week, and then the late game somehow always has an insane play that ends up being the play of the week.
The guys in the late game are like, all right.
They're like watching this.
Let me take notes. Let me see if I can one-up those guys.
So here's my case early for potential play of the week, but we have at least 2 more games after this one of them finishing up right now, and Daniel the Threat Williams continues his incredible tear. Touchdowns in the last 3 weeks here for Dan Williams. So Roden is our kicker here in Michigan for the Arsenal out of East Tennessee State. He is the one that is most comfortable in this arena. He actually probably statistically has the best chance of hitting a deuce, the one that we have not seen all year because he's so used to kicking here. Line drive kick instead is going to hit off and be gathered in the end zone. Brought out by Townsend. He'll be knocked at the 8-yard line. Nice stop by Cornell Jones.
AKA Capo.
That is the end of the first quarter. Media timeout.
Will take us to the end of the first quarter. Our score here in Saginaw, 14-7. Albany in front over the Arsenal. But we got a good one on our hands here, folks. Don't go anywhere.
He's already flying.
This is Arena Football 1.
Full speed at the snap.
The ball never dies.
Man, you can't defend that speed.
He's already at full speed before the snap.
Blink and you miss him.
You're not chasing him, you're surviving him.
He's gone just like that.
By the time you react, full speed, full chaos. He's gone. Because in here, the ball never dies.
On turf.
The scoreboard doesn't rest.
This is Arena Football 1.
New cities.
A hit like that only happens in Arena Football 1.
New chaos.
This is why you tune in.
New rivalries.
Unbelievable. The scoreboard is on tilt. This is what AF1 is all about.
Don't blink. Because in here, the ball never dies.
Yeah! You feel that? You feel that? This that AF1. You feel that? What? Run for the city. Run. Rep your colors. Side by side. When the lights come on, we go high. AF1. The ball never dies.
Albany with the ball here to start the second quarter after the touchdown, and there's Castronova on an incompletion to Dwayne Brown, the target that he's been going to a couple of times here early in this game. Castronova, as good as advertised here, somebody that Jeremy Liotta has had to game plan for kind of quickly because of his initial return to AF1.
An overnight game plan, basically. Amazon wish.
Amazon wished in the game plan. They got here delivered by Prime. Second down for the Firebirds. Quick toss out to Townsend. He'll get plowed into the wall, and there's some extra jawing from both sides.
Was on the tackle we got there?
Jones was there.
Jarvay and Jones on the.
Yep.
Jarvay pulling double duty again.
He is. He's out in the secondary. He did that a couple of weeks ago. Had some really great plays against the Lightning. Now he's doing it again here today against the Firebirds, who offensively, one of the best teams in the league, of course. They are thrown 27 passing touchdowns entering today, make it 29 now as a team. Joshua Koka got most of those. And there's another quick toss out to Townsend, and that's what he's able to do. Yeah. And they're going to have another confrontation.
Some more extracurricular. Oh, we got a helmet taken off.
That's going to end up being a flag at some point, I would imagine. You can't just pull that helmet off, right?
That was a nice play. That wasn't too malicious, right?
A little playful to grab the helmet, I guess.
Yeah. I feel like they'll let that one slide.
That's what's so great about the walls is suddenly you're on the walls, and then everybody comes together and.
Just like a ha-ha.
Almost like the Albany Firebird. I didn't see what lineman it was, but pushed the hand up and it took the helmet with it. Well, if there wasn't any bad blood yet from these two teams that have never faced each other before, there might be now here in the first half of play as the jawing continues between both sides. Handoff to get the first down. They go to the big man in Zucker, and it's going to be fumbled. Will Castronova pick it up? He did, and it looks like he got enough. Almost a great time for a turnover.
What a tough break.
There is still some huge jawing here between both these teams. Isaiah Hardy going at it with Michael White. And Trevante Long has ended up
the ball was fumbled on
the
fourth
field
down,
as they think it's a
recovered
turnover
by a player other than the original ball carrier. Therefore, the play is dead right there, and it is over on downs. It'll be Michigan's ball, first down.
The fumble cannot be advanced by anybody other than the player who committed the fumble. Because Castronova picked up the fumble and he wasn't the initial ball carrier, he cannot advance it forward. He did. That would have been a first down if you could do that, but instead the Arsenal will get it back because the fumble occurred behind the first down to gain line.
You learn something new every day. I love that.
And so that it means Damon Ware is over talking to the officials. He puts the challenge flag out and then pulls it back into his pocket. Here's a look. He tried to advance it. You cannot advance it forward. Now if the ball ends up tumbling forward like a tumbleweed, you can scoop it up and fall on it, but if it was coming backwards, you can't advance it. And the argument might have been that he got it initially anyway. So a chance to get back into the game. Quick pass out to Williams. He'll get a couple of yards and then get knocked into the wall.
That was a great block on there on the outside by Jarvis Grissom as well.
I will say this about the Michigan team, if you aren't familiar, our fans from Albany, perchance. This is a gritty group. They have a Michigan identity through and through, and they play like it. They obviously don't shy away from confrontation. That's why these two hard-headed teams continue to butt heads like rams. Grissom in motion. Quick jump pass out to Long. He gets a couple of blocks and is able to get all the way down to the 5. That should be enough for the first down, and it will be. Here in the second quarter, Albany up by just a score. After they scored on their first 2 drives, they get knocked out in their last one, and Michigan has a chance to tie this game back up here. First and goal for Henry and company. We lie here as the field gets smaller. Weaver in. Dear Shepherd, somebody that has tried to make an impact, and it will be Morris Joseph instead who stops Weaver from getting very much.
Now, instead of running that, I would much rather see what they've been doing, the quick passes, rather than running right up the middle at that type of play.
You're saying that as a former running back too.
It's tough to give up the carries, but you got to do what's been working.
Deshaun Hayes, a former member of the Saginaw Sting, the last arena team that played here in Saginaw over a decade ago.
Whew. Making me feel old.
Henry fakes, throw over to Long, dives out.
Pass interference? No. Okay.
Yeah, there was just a little bit of touch and go, let him at it. You know, you talk to defensive coordinators, they want to get some call, or offense coordinators want to get some calls, but a lot of these offense coordinators are also the head coach and they don't want it on their defense.
Yep.
Trying to deke him to the one side.
There's a little grabbing, but
that's great defense.
That's minimal, That's begging for a call at that point.
That's Seth Robinson out of Georgia Southern and also Appalachian State. Grissom in motion, third down, fade ball to Williams. He's got it again! Calvin Johnson-esque, and it is the second score for Daniel Williams, our player to watch today.
That guy is literally a threat at any time on the field.
Give credit to Malik Henry here. Great throw.
Great snag. That was Calvin Johnson-esque, eh?
Tells you the Michigan roots we all have up here in the booth. So a chance for Oscar Roden to tie it up here. Vance Bennett on the snap, and it will be the backup quarterback Nick Hardman on the hold. That one's going to miss, and it's going to be a 1-point lead for Albany. Second time
Timeout on the field.
Oscar Roden has missed a PAT in as many weeks. Hard to do in a small, confined space. We will head to the break here. 14-13 now here in Michigan.
Here we go again. That's going to leave a mark.
This is Arena Football 1.
This is what AF1 is all about.
The ball never dies.
He flipped over the wall and hung on.
The wall is waiting.
This is Arena Football 1.
No sideline.
He got lit up by the wall.
That's going to leave a mark.
No way out.
A hit like that only happens in Arena Football 1.
Because in here, the ball never dies.
Lateral G-force dampeners engaged.
0 to 60.
Burst propulsion activated. Aerobic capacity maximized.
Hydraulic extension vector enabled.
Threat detection engaged.
This monster is ready.
Minnesota Monsters. Get your tickets now.
Whatever your game is, pain shouldn't stop you. At Beacon Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, we're here to help you move forward. From the sidelines to the operating room, from rehab to recovery, our team of experts provides the same world-class care trusted by the pros, so you can keep playing, working, and living without limits. Don't let pain hold you back. Schedule your appointment today at beaconortho.com.
He's already flying.
This is Arena Football 1.
Full speed at the snap.
The ball never dies.
Man, you can't defend that speed.
He's already at full speed before the snap.
Blink and you miss him.
You're not chasing him, you're surviving him.
He's gone just like that.
By the time you react, full speed, full chaos. He's gone. Because in here, the ball never dies.
Welcome back here to Michigan. Oscar Roden getting ready for the kickoff. It is the Albany Firebirds and the Michigan Arsenal here in a battle of week 6 of the AF1 season. Deshaun Hayes, Matt Kibbe here with you here on Home Team Network. Roden's kick is going to skim through, and that's a deuce! Oscar Roden hits the first deuce in Michigan Arsenal history, the first one in the Dow Event Center. We told you he could do it. He told us before the game he would.
The kicking team is awarded 2 points for that.
What a kick.
The ball will be spotted at the 5-yard line.
He knew he hit this exact kick in the pregame and was just waiting to be kicking from that end zone. He gives Michigan a lead, and we will head to a timeout here. 15-14 the score.
This is Arena Football 1.
Welcome to the fastest game on turf.
The ball never dies.
This is what AF1 is all about.
You want soft?
Let's go!
Wrong building.
Hits like that only happen in Arena Football 1.
Walls.
There's no escape on this field.
Speed.
To the house.
Impact.
This is why you tune in.
This game doesn't slow down. It closes in. Because in here, the ball never dies.
Whatever your game is, pain shouldn't stop you. At Beacon Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, we're here to help you move forward. From the sidelines to the operating room, from rehab to recovery, our team of experts provides the same world-class care trusted by the pros, so you can keep playing, working, and living without limits. Don't let pain hold you back. Schedule your appointment today at beaconortho.com.
This is Arena Football.
Saginaw, Sam Castronova, quick pass out to the outside, good move, and then knocked down. Finally into the wall is Dwayne Brown. What a hustle play from the 6'1" receiver out of Spring Church, Pennsylvania.
Made a quick move and got on out of there.
Here's the deuce from Oscar Roden, the man who just started kicking footballs just a few years ago, was originally a soccer player, went to the University of Michigan, then ended up kicking at East Tennessee State. Now, here in AF1, gets the first deuce of the year.
I love those stories about the soccer players that, you know, keep the career going.
He found a niche. He was, if you know anything about kicking, the Coles kicking camp, he was actually the number 23rd ranked transfer player when he started to kick on the football side of things. Castronova back on first down. That ball's going to be just short. He was looking to target Isaiah Scott and just couldn't time up with it. He was pressured there by the line a little bit. I think a lot of people, Deshaun, around AF1 kind of had an eye on this game as maybe just a sneaky one. This Albany team has been on the road a lot. They went on the West Coast for a while, now back here in Michigan after playing at home, and just a lot of characteristics that make you wonder here, and right now it feels that way. Castronova again, back into the middle. That's the Albany offense we're used to seeing. Getting driven into the ground. Isaiah Scott catches that one. Got enough for the first down with forward progress as well.
Yeah, as you were saying, that all that traveling does put, you know, a lot of wear and tear and makes your legs heavy over time. So it is. It's showing a little bit of that.
It's about an 11-hour bus ride as they chip it over.
Great tackle. Great. Cornell Jones on that tackle.
That's been Joshua Zacher, who is from Duquesne. Originally started at Shippensburg, a small school in Pennsylvania. He's been pushed and thrusted into this fullback line hybrid role to help create a little bit more protection, but then also do something like that and get a couple of runs. Under 6 to go here in the first half of play. It's 15-14. The Arsenal hold a lead over the top team in AF1. Quick pounce, bounces off of the man, and then is tackled by Dugan.
That was a great one-on-one way to hold him up by Isaiah McFarland and not let him, get that touchdown.
Dwayne Brown, a tough receiver. Has played like it throughout the entire year. Came into today the second leading receiver on this Albany Firebird team, 287 yards entering today. We got a stack motion on the left side. Motion man will be Townsend, who goes all the way around the world. Casanova looks that way, pump fakes, has to look for an opening. Here comes the pressure, extra, gets away, escaping throw, and it's a touchdown!
Oh, wow.
What a play by Sam Castronova. That is the defending MVP that just came back to arena football.
He was out there doing basketball moves. A little pump fake here, a little spin.
He looked as close to LeBron James as you can.
Look at the, a little spin-a-rooney, little pump fake action.
Escaped 3 separate attempts and was falling backwards by the time he was able to throw it.
And we even got a layup to finish.
Isaiah Scott is the one on the receiving end of it. His 5th touchdown of the year. And we'll see if Evan Burr can hit the PAT. He misses off to the side, and it's off the rebound net.
Time
we will
on the
head
field.
to a break
Media.
here on Home Team Network. 2015 is our score. Sam Castronova, welcome back.
This is Arena Football 1.
Welcome to the fastest game on turf.
The ball never dies.
This is what AF1 is all about.
You want soft?
Let's go!
Wrong building.
Hits like that only happen in Arena Football 1.
Walls.
There's no escape on this field.
Speed.
To the house.
Impact.
This is why you tune in.
This game doesn't slow down. It closes in. Because in here, the ball never dies.
Look at this incredible play, just extending it as long as he could. Castronova is evasive as anybody in this league.
Yeah, there's a red cape making the bull go every which way. The Matador.
Oh, it's a beautiful game here in arena football. 5-point lead. The Arsenal in their final home game for a little while after 4 straight weeks of home games. Evan Bird will get ready to kick it away. He's going to try and answer the deuce. He's got the leg to do it. And instead, he'll pull it to the left. It will be off the rebound net for Vance Bennett. Bennett plays it, looks for the gap, finds a seam, breaks to the middle. He's got one man to beat. Here comes a little bit of help. He'll get taken down on the 18-yard line on the opposite side of the field. What a return from Vance Bennett. He said the first time he had ever taken a kick off of the rebound nets was back 6 weeks ago against the Nashville Cats. He had never done it beforehand, and now he's been the go-to on the return game ever since, and it's because he's able to split gaps like that. He helps up his team again, and Michigan not going away. It took a quarter, and there was motion. And it's going to be a false start on Michigan. Looked like Alex Westcott's hand went up first, or
false start. Offense,
somewhere else.
Number 0, 5-yard penalty.
Oh, they're going to call it on Flowers.
5-yard penalty on the Arsenal. Brings up first and 15.
So that will set Michigan up 5 yards behind the sticks. 1st and 15 for Henry. And this is a team that does like to have a little bit of space as well to work. Grissom motions. Henry drops back, pressure coming. He evades it, throws over to Flowers. What a catch, and into the wall. Nearly a 20-yard pass from Malik Henry, and that puts them in goal.
Way to step up in the pocket and throw that strike. Steps up, throws a dart.
2 weeks ago, Malik Henry was the MVP of AF1 for his performance against the Oregon Lightning. He's been good every single week. Notoriously has been up there as one of the best every week, but somebody just tends to have something a little bit better. Henry fakes the screen, looking for an open man, throws it to Flowers, who's pestered, and there comes the flag. In the end zone, it's going to be a pass interference on Albany. Ref's got to come over and make sure they have the right number. Albany fans
pass
not happy with the
defense,
call.
Number 16, half the distance.
Seth Robertson,
first down.
was that who it was on the penalty?
It looked like it might have been on Marcus Smith. No, you're right. It was Seth Robertson who got called for it, and he immediately was looking over like, hey, we're both going at it again.
Making this case for a 50-50 ball.
Right. I think there's always an argument to be made.
The Arsenal in the red zone, presented by Chick-fil-A, located at 25 Rossi Road.
Inside the 5-yard line now for Henry. He's going to keep it himself and try and ram it in. He's going to get hit into the wall after gaining a yard. They tried to lead with Fred Weaver there. And that's going to take us to our 1-minute timeout here.
Albany has 2 timeouts remaining. Michigan has all 3. Timeout on the field. Media.
And we will take it to the 1-minute warning. It's 2015, Michigan knocking on the door before the half ends. We'll be right back on Home Team Network.
The Michigan Arsenal would like to honor 2 veterans for their service, sacrifice, and dedication to our...
Welcome to the fastest game on turf.
The scoreboard doesn't rest.
This is Arena Football 1.
New cities.
A hit like that only happens in Arena Football 1.
New chaos.
This is why you tune in.
New rivalries.
Unbelievable. The scoreboard is on tilt.
This is what AF1 is all about.
Don't blink. Because in here, the ball never dies.
Clarksville, don't whisper. Clarksville roars. Because in here,
The ball never dies.
Welcome to the fastest game on turf.
The scoreboard.
Michigan in an in-goal situation right before the half. Malik Henry is going to take it himself, get all the way to the goal line and get stopped. This is feeling eerily similar, Deshaun, to what happened last week when Michigan was knocking at the door to end the first half against Minnesota and did not score.
Their second of the half, 30 seconds in length.
Albany took the timeout, it looks like. So that helps Michigan a little bit, but it's going to also leave time on the clock for this explosive Albany offense if they do get the ball back. We'll see what the play is here on third down. Albany will have one timeout remaining, and we just saw Evan Bird run over to his coaching staff, and I think the conversation was, where do we need to get to offensively for you to kick if we get the ball back? Which at this point,
give it to the big fella on the goal line.
Henry's going to keep it again, dive forward. I think he got stuffed again.
Yep.
He did. A little extra shove of Malik. And from Morris Joseph, who has been an interior plug for this Albany defensive line. This is a tough unit to get through. You look at Jahan Williams. He's 6'3", 260. Joseph Jr. is 6'3", 280. Kadar Shepard is 6'4", 260. You also have C.J. Clark, who's 6'3", 305.
You got a brick wall up there.
It is. It's exactly that. This defensive line is what sets the tone for the Albany defense. They have done it all year, and they're doing it right now. I'm surprised, Deshaun, and I'd be curious if you are as well, that Malik has been the one to try and drive into the end zone these past three plays.
Yeah, I was expecting them to hand it off those last couple times and let big fellas sneak that on in there.
The other thing to note in arena football, the tush push is banned.
Oh.
You are not allowed to do the tush push. There was a controversy last week about that here in Michigan, but it is a banned play. Henry's going to keep it again. Trying to fall forward, he needs a push, and he is not gonna get it. He's short. Albany's defensive line stands again. Four straight plays, and the Firebirds prevent the score.
Over on downs, first down Albany.
The steel curtain holds up.
Look at this stop. Henry just trying to push forward again. and he can't get any help or aided from behind, so they have to kind of drag him in, and they can't do it. That entire Beef Brigade gets in the way.
Timeout on the field. Michigan is challenging the ruling on the previous play that the ball carrier is short of the goal line.
So Michigan is going to throw the challenge flag with Sean Lyotta, and he is going to challenge the spot on the field, and it will depend on the look to see if he broke the plane. This is a coach's challenge here in Arena Football 1, and the officials will now head over to the monitor. Now, I'm going to point out some inner baseball here. The production is different on the scoreboard from the production that we have here. I don't know if the overhead camera is available to the officials that we have on the scoreboard. So it will be based on the looks that they have available that could be different from what Coach Lyotta looked at up on the board. Only the ball has to break the plane.
It looks like he's in right about there. And then gets pushed back.
Again, we're looking at a different view here in the venue.
About right there, he seems to be in.
And the view that we're seeing might tell a little bit of a different story than what the officials see down on the laptop. And again, I think that's going to ultimately be the reason why. So let's see.
After review, both linebackers did not blitz. Therefore, Michigan has lost their first challenge and charged their first time out of the half. It will be Albany's ball, first down on the 1 yard line.
So we didn't catch this at the beginning. They actually weren't challenging the spot of the ball. They were challenging if both linebackers blitz. Only one is allowed to blitz. It can only be a 4-man rush in AF1. And so that was what the challenge actually was. And so after review, both linebackers did not blitz. You're good. Defensively. Offensively, Michigan loses a timeout and their challenge here in the first half. And so that will give Sam Castronova 45 seconds to go the length of the field and try and score before the half ends. 5-point lead for the Firebirds. Four-step drop. Hail Mary ball looking for Townsend, and it's just off the mark. Hits off of a fan that's wearing a J.J. McCarthy jersey. So you take a shot on the first play with no worries.
Try to catch him sleeping.
Yeah, and that's what Albany tries for. And the pass is just off the mark. Townsend in his second week back in Arena Football after spending some time down in Houston in the UFL. The unfortunate thing was he didn't actually get an opportunity, was kind of on the practice squad and then released before even getting a chance to play. And that Houston UFL team probably could have used a spark in Sam Castronova. Pass into the middle is going to be dropped. That is a defensive play from Jarve Flowers and Isaiah McFarland that sandwiched the defender.
Great breakup right there.
McFarland out of Kentucky State. Jarve is from Delaware Valley, a Division III school.
What were you saying about those D3 dogs?
I love those D3 dirtbags. A D3 dirtbag has 4 sacks for this Michigan Arsenal defense, and Michael White on the right side of the line. He attacks, 4-man rush, Castronova into the middle of the field, and Townsend is going to take himself out and get the clock to stop with 29 seconds left on it. First down for Albany.
Been a quiet day for Townsend so far.
But that's typically the case.
Yeah, you did say that. You made a point of that.
it's the quietest 10 touchdowns the league has ever seen.
You kind of forget he's out there, and then you look up and he's like, you had 3 touchdowns?
That's exactly right. He's such a good receiver and such a leader for this team. There was a false start that doesn't get called. Long throw anyway, and that is just out of the reach of Dwayne Brown, who was kind of stumbling into the end zone and couldn't get his arms up in time.
It was a great effort to lay out for that, though.
22 seconds left on the clock here in the first half of play. Evan Bird has an incredible leg. The only problem is the scoreboard and the low roof. He doesn't have as much clearance as you might want, so realistically, you probably want to get to about the middle of the 20-25 so that his kick can completely clear it. Castronova drops back, looks for the Townsend, has him, and he's going to put himself out again after getting the first down. Quick pass for Castronova again. 17 seconds left on the game clock, and at this point, obviously you're going for the score here, but safe to say this is field goal range for Evan Bird. 5-point game. Townsend in motion. Castronova drops back, steps up, gets hit as he throws, and it's caught! Tyrese Chambers makes the grab, and it's another first down for Albany. 10 seconds left in the quarter.
Castronova under duress, still gets that out there. Good, strong snag.
Tyrese Chambers, one of the best receivers on this team from Florida International and Maryland, was really good in Conference USA. 10 seconds left from the 10-yard line. Albany, quick pass into the middle. That's going to be caught and into the end zone. Barrel, did he lose it or was he across the plane already? They're going to say it was a fumble and Michigan falls on top of it. They are certainly going to have to look at this because it was Isaiah Scott who looked like he might have been in the end zone before losing possession. Call on the field right now is a fumble. The fumble ball came out. And we're going to look at it here. This would be the third touchdown for Stout.
Oh.
Does he have control of it? That's going to be the question. Isaiah McFarland was there to try and pull it out and then picked up by Cornell Jones.
And then fumbled and picked up and fumbled again.
But by the same man who had possession. Important note.
It's like a cartoon scene.
The ruling on the field was that the ball carrier fumbled the ball before breaking the plane for a touchdown. There's going to be official review on this play. Timeout on the field. Official replay.
So they're going to go to an official review here. This is not a coach's challenge. Coach Lyotta just got a flag thrown on him, by the way, that the head official has not seen yet. And so that's going to be assessed somewhere on the line. But this is an official review, not a coach's challenge at the under 1 minute here to go in the first half. So here's another look at it.
Yep.
Now, if he's losing it, you can't say he had possession when he crossed the plane, and that was what the call on the field is. And it's all a matter of when he's losing possession, because he certainly did fumble it.
It did, but it did look like it's one of those plays. Yeah.
It could go either way.
It could go either way.
Obviously, if you're from the Albany rose-colored glasses, that's a touchdown. If you're from the Arsenal gray-colored glasses, that's a great
stop.
So whatever lens you're looking through will lead you to a conclusion here, but the officials will come up with their own. The flag was a sideline warning.
After official review, the ruling on the field stands that the ball did not break the plane.
The call on the field stands.
After the play, we have a sideline warning on Michigan.
And that's just a warning, so the flag doesn't do anything except warn the Michigan bench, and that takes us to the half. 5-point lead. Only a 5-point lead for the Albany Firebirds over the Michigan Arsenal here from Saginaw. Albany can't believe it, and we head to the break. 2015.
You feel that? This that AF1. What? Run for the city. Run. Rep your colors. Side by side. When the lights come on, we go. AF1. The ball never dies.
off the net.
This is Arena Football 1.
Look out.
The ball never dies.
The play never stops.
You better stay awake. Kick it, miss it.
This game doesn't stop.
Doesn't matter.
Anything can happen.
You think the play's over?
He's got a chance off the rebound.
It's not.
Chaos.
Off the net.
Here we go again.
Right back at you. Because in here, the ball never dies.
Clarksville wasn't built quiet, now built loud, built proud, built fire. Built on roots, hit ground, no tire. Built on hearts that don't back down, go higher. No permission, we don't ask that. Keep the door, yeah, we crash that. 48 inches wall, where you at? Running too wide, yeah, you need that. Yeah, no sidelines, ain't no safety. No soft land is gonna save me. You don't watch, nah, you feel me. Whole crowd standing, energy crazy. Show up early, stay late, feel the ground shake. No breaks, hear the sound, that's us. That's us, that's us.
Welcome back to Saginaw here. 2015 is our score. The Albany Firebirds are on the verge here, undefeated this year, going against the 1-4 Arsenal. 2015 is our score. It's halftime here in Michigan, and folks, we got something special for you here in our halftime segment. Jeff Levick had a discussion with the Oceanside Bombers owner Joshua Tiller and Felix Berry about the importance of the team's involvement in the community. If you know anything about the Washington Wolfpack, that community is as strong as ever. One of the best additions to AF1 this season, on top of a couple other of those markets, including here in Michigan. Here's Jeff Levick with the Oceanside Bombers community.
Welcome to the AF1 Season Pass. I am your host, Jeff Levac, and I am joined by two of the owners of the Oceanside Bombers, and it is going to be a fun conversation. That much I can guarantee you as we talk to Josh Tiller and Felix Berry. Guys, first things first, welcome to the AF1, and thank you for all you guys do, because the first thing I was ever told about your organization is nobody does more for the community than the Bombers. And I'd like to just give you the floor to talk about why you think football is so important to the Oceanside community.
What's interesting is when we start looking at arena football, and not just the closeness of the fans to the field, but just the electricity of the engagement. And I didn't realize it until I actually got involved with it, how intimate it is. It's pretty amazing. And we were fortunate because since we were new to it, there was a certain naivete to how we were approaching it. And so anytime there was something to do with community outreach or support or whatever, we didn't necessarily do it with how it was going to affect the team. We just did it because we wanted to be out there and be involved with the community. And fast forward, that became the catalyst of actually creating the energy that we actually have that's genuine with regard to our fans and the connection we have. It became more clear as we had, our inaugural game and the turnout we had. It turned into something even more than we anticipated. That now we felt that not only we had to deliver a quality experience for our guests and our fan base, but we had to own up to the fact that we had stated a mission to the community, that we were for the community, that we're going to be engaged in the community, and it was not just a sales pitch. So we raised the bar without even knowing we were raising it.
We love the community we're in, and we push to support it, like especially our military guys. With me being a veteran, that hits very close to home with me, that we are able to support our military guys. The big one is we're doing a military support game next week. Or military appreciation, sorry. We're going to have some veterans that served in past conflicts the Marines have served in. We're doing a complete tribute to these gentlemen. To be able to be a part of that community is even bigger to me personally because it hits home with me.
Anybody who knows the area knows that it's a big Marine Corps area. What is the chance that this is going to be the best home field advantage for anybody, with a bunch of crazy jarheads banging the wall and making sure everybody who goes to Oceanside knows exactly what they're getting into?
I think this game is going to set a precedence. it's definitely going to set a precedence for our future games. Because you get these Marines inside this area and you start with these AF1 rules where they see the balls bouncing off the net, players going over the wall, the balls coming into the sidelines, and you put 3,000 Marines in there at one time together. They start hearing the Marines hymn get played throughout the night, some God Bless America, put a couple beers in them. It's going to be an exciting environment. So I definitely look forward to when Kentucky comes to town next week.
I think it's more or less the unity of supporting the team and supporting the community as one. And we really focus on that and manage that. I think it will create even more dichotomy. It could create a better synergy between the military base, Camp Pendleton here, and the civilian community, because it's almost like two different worlds. And so I think that for them to actually be able to be in the same environment and recognize the fact that we're all Americans, we're all part of the same fabric, that I don't have to have a uniform on to support you. And I think that's a good part of what we do.
I want you guys both to answer this question. I'm going to start with you, Josh. Finish this sentence. Successful first season for the Oceanside Bombers is?
At 500. I want to see the team hit 500 for this year to be successful. I mean, that's being a realist. We are 1-3 right now, but I think we're going to turn this around for the rest of the season.
I can't just hang our success on our win-loss. I will say that if our team can stay unified and support each other, create that alliance, that brotherhood, along with the community support, if that is the results, then we are very, very successful.
Thank you so much. Best of luck on the rest of the season. Thank you for everything you guys do, not only for the community, but for Arena Football.
All right. Thank you. Thank you for having us. Really appreciate it.
That's going to be a fun one next week in Oceanside when they host Kentucky. It is as good as you can get out there, and I think that's something to be said about these Arena Football 1 expansion teams. They are as bought in as you can be, and that's a great thing to have when you're trying to build a foundation in this league. We got a little bit more for you here when we come back on Home Team Network. Our score is 20-15. Albany is in front by just 5 points over the Michigan Arsenal, who are just hanging around. Sam Castronova has been elite, but Malik Henry has responded. We'll step aside and give you our halftime thoughts when we come back on Home Team Network.
It starts in a quiet, empty building, and the lights come on. Suddenly, you're not watching the game. You're inside it. Every step, every hit, you can feel it building, faster, louder, until there's no space left and no holding it back. This is Arena Football 1. Watch on Home Team Network. This is not just football. This is speed, intensity, and non-stop action. Welcome to Arena Football 1, where the field is smaller, but the hits are harder, the plays are faster, and every second counts. High-scoring battles, electric atmospheres, and athletes pushing the limit on every snap. No breaks, no mercy. Just football at full throttle. This is where legends ride, and the game never slows down. Arena Football. One fast, fierce, unforgettable. Watch on Home Team Network.
Clarksville wasn't built quiet, now built loud, built proud, built fire. Built on boots, hit ground, no tire. Built on hearts that don't back down, go higher. No permission, we don't ask that. Keep the door, yeah, we crash that. 48 inches wall, where you at? Running too wide, yeah, you need that. Yeah, no sidelines, ain't no safety. No soft land is gonna save me. You don't watch, nah, you feel me. Whole crowd standing, energy crazy. Show up early, stay late, feel the ground shake. No breaks, hear the sound, that's us. That's us, that's us.
Welcome back here to Saginaw, Michigan, the newest home of Arena Football 1 and the long reigning champion of 17 straight games on the wire. And one of the reasons they are is because of this last play to end the half. A potential touchdown is robbed by Isaiah McFarland and Deshaun. We didn't know which way this would go, but the field refs called it a fumble on the field, and that's how it stood.
Yeah, that was a close one of those, like you said, a 50-50 toss-up play. None of our eyes knew what to call it, but hey, I'm glad the refs got that right.
Isaiah Scott would have had his third touchdown. He had 2 here in this first half of play. That would have been his third, but again, this is an Arsenal team that has had the ability all year long to just hang around, and some other teams have had that same opportunity against Albany. Here's a look at some of the stats here in the first half of play. You can see it. Albany has controlled a lot of these categories, but the score remained just 20-15. There was a deuce in the middle of all that, the first deuce here in Saginaw, the first deuce for the Michigan Arsenal. But you can see just how crazy this game has really been and why Michigan is hanging around. They just have the ability to make plays. That's going to do it for us here in halftime. When we come back, we will get the second half underway between the Firebirds and the Arsenal here from Saginaw.
It starts in a quiet, empty building, and the lights come on. Suddenly, you're not watching the game. You're inside it. Every step, every hit, you can feel it building. Faster, louder, until there's no space left and no holding it back. This is Arena Football 1. Watch on Home Team Network. This is Arena Football 1. Watch on Home Team Network.
Clarksville, don't whisper. Clarksville roars. Because in here, the ball never dies.
Welcome back here to Saginaw, Michigan. The Dow Event Center is our home. That's Deshaun Haynes. I'm Matt Kibbe here on Home Team Network and the AF1 YouTube channel. It's been a pleasure to periodically check in to the chat, which has been going wild for a lot of this game, but you guys are having a blast in there, and we're so thankful to have you here with us as this game continues to heat up. There is an intensity here as Albany continues to fight the pressure of the season being undefeated, and Michigan is realizing their season and what could happen near the tail end kind of depends on what happens here. Can they change the trajectory of this year?
Yeah, I feel like the Arsenal do have that kind of that chip on their shoulder where they feel like if they can sneak one right now, it could kind of, change the trajectory of the season, since they only have to make the top 6.
Right. And Michigan,
it's not that far-fetched.
Is 9th in the standings right now. I would say, and I say this with air quotes around it, but they have a favorable, potentially, back end of the schedule that might be a nice benefit to them. Albany is in a similar boat. Their back end of the schedule is a little bit more favorable than the start of their schedule, but that's almost because Damon Wade almost always asks the league, hey, give me the hardest schedule out of any team in the league at the beginning of the year, meaning I want to be on the road a lot, and then I want it out of the way, and I want to, it's the measuring stick for this team.
Yep.
And so he's had that, and they navigated it flawlessly, 5-0, and maybe a couple hiccups when you look at the game against Washington, and then it was a slugfest last week against Kentucky. So Oscar Roden will kick off for us here. Already has a deuce under his belt, but it was from the opposite end zone. Second half between the Arsenal and the Firebirds is underway. It will be taken out of the end zone by Tyrese Chambers, and he's going to get hit by the kicker at midfield, and Oscar Roden took a majority of that one.
Gotta love when the kickers get in there and get dirty. You gotta love it.
Yeah, he's feeling it though. Tyrese Chambers was a train on the tracks.
Yeah, he'll definitely be feeling that one later, but hey, love it. Love the kickers getting in there and mixing it up with the rest of the guys.
They got the tee is still out there.
You got to hold that outside contain on those kick returns.
That's the second big return we've seen back to midfield. First one for Albany. They're going to slow things down here because there's a ton happening on the field right now. The chains are going the wrong way. The tee was left on the field. The pads for the board still aren't up. And so as we get settled in here, Sam Castronova back to work. 18 attempts, 13 completions, 121 yards for Sam. Quick pass to start it off to Scott. He'll be tackled after getting about 5 yards.
Good tackle by Kai West.
Has 2 touchdowns today, and then the infamous fumble at the end of the first half. Talk about Castronova. He was the MVP last year, the Arena Crown champion and Arena Crown MVP. He was a 2-time first-team All-NAL, NAL MVP in 2023, and then a 2-time champion and championship game MVP when he was on the Empire. Next pass to Scott, same side, or opposite side, but this time into the bench. He's from Buffalo, New York, and Albany actually traveled by vehicle to get here to Michigan. They went through Buffalo, through the thruway of central New York, and Sam Castronova had a nice little pull to pull the car over, and they stopped for wings on their way to Michigan in Buffalo. Sam's family showed up, his dad, his kids. And another pass that's going to be a miscue on the route, and it's going to be 4th down here for Albany in their first drive of the second half, and they just kind of look a little out of sorts.
Pass is incomplete, brings up 4th down.
Yeah, I just feel like they didn't expect this game to be this close.
Yeah, they know they have the bye week next week, and I don't want to say they're looking ahead to it, but 6 straight games is tough.
And it's definitely easy to look ahead over a contender like the Arsenal right now.
Yeah, if you look at records, Castronova pumps back, and then right on cue, right in to Dwayne Brown for the score. Right when you think they're off, they get right back on. That is Albany Firebird football. He didn't get into the end zone, was knocked at the wall. Take another look at it.
Great last-ditch effort by McFarland on that one.
Just barely touched him into the wall, if he even did. Yeah, he grabbed his elbow, it looks like, as he hit the wall. Sorry, folks. I'm getting confused on the PA. It was a touchdown.
Oh.
It was a touchdown. We made the right call, and then we heard some stuff, and it was a touchdown. So here's the PAT. They got to fire, and Townsend has to look for the throw, trying to turn it into 2 points. He will on the errant snap, and that is what Townsend does. Darian is able to make something out of nothing,
on the field.
and that's 2 points for the Albany Firebirds. They extend their lead. 28-15 is our score on a fire drill. we're going to step aside here and figure everything out when we come back. 28-15, the score here on Home Team Network.
This is Arena Football 1. Watch on Home Team Network.
This is not just football. This is speed, intensity, and non-stop action. Welcome to Arena Football 1, where the field is smaller, but the hits are harder, the plays are faster, and every second counts. High-scoring battles, electric atmospheres, and athletes pushing the limit on every snap. No breaks, no mercy. Just football at full throttle. This is where legends ride, and the game never slows down. Arena Football. One fast, fierce, unforgettable. Watch on Home Team Network.
Welcome back here to Michigan. There's a look at a couple of the QBs and their coach, Josh Kolka and Sam Castronova. It's incredible what Josh was able to do, and he was somebody that when Sam Castronova was announced that he was re-signed to the AF1, Darian Ward had a plethora of calls from around the league about Josh Kolka and if they were willing to trade him. A lot of teams looking to upgrade that QB position. Vance Bennett will take the return, beat a defender. He's got Flowers, and he's going to take this kick all the way back for a score. His first kick return touchdown this year, and he split the gap and took it all the way.
Hey, with the back flip to finish it off. Hey, he stuck his foot in the ground and got north and south on that one.
Vance Bennett, as good as you can get your team back in the game. It was a line drive kick. He didn't have to wait for it off the rebound net, and he got a gap and took it. Nothing but butter in his way.
Yeah, that was a little traffic jam there, and you know, he made one shift, hit the gear, and got on out of there.
That's a great way to put it, because that's what he did. And so PAT to make it 28-22.
That's good. All right.
And so it's officially a one-score game again here in Michigan. We'll step aside again. 28-22 here on Home Team Network.
Got me sweating.
Off the net.
This is Arena Football 1.
Look out.
The ball never dies.
The play never stops.
You better stay awake. Kick it, miss it.
This game doesn't stop.
Doesn't matter.
Anything can happen.
You think the play's over?
He's got a chance off the rebound.
It's not.
Chaos.
Off the net.
Here we go again.
Right back at you. Because in here, the ball never dies.
Lateral G-force dampeners engaged.
0 to 60.
Burst propulsion activated. Aerobic capacity maximized.
Hydraulic extension vector enabled.
Threat detection engaged.
This monster is ready.
Minnesota Monsters. Get your tickets now.
Vance Bennett, 50 yards plus after taking it off the bounce. And he, right there, is when it looked like it could go, and it did. As good as you can get. Jarvey Flowers threw him a block as well. And that takes us here into the third quarter. 10:44 left to go in this third quarter. 28-22 is our score. Oscar Roden to kick it again. We'll see if Albany can respond. That went through all of the roof and then ends up hitting a stanchion before it comes down. It looked like it didn't, but it did. Good call by the refs. It's going to put the ball at the point.
The structure above, therefore, be placed at the 20-yard line. First down.
Folks, you can't see this here, but the roof stanchions that are going across, that kick literally went through two of them before hitting the third.
That was a very precise kick.
Yes. Now, if that had gone through and didn't hit anything, that would have been impressive. That's a hard kick to do it. It ends up 1, 2. It would have had there not been a catwalk in the way. And so Albany's going to get great field position here for Sam Castronova. Up by a score. Quick pass, and it's to Townsend. They would have had Dwayne Brown wide open, who had beaten his defender, except that he took the dump off with a quick pass instead. So they do get a good gain on that with Townsend. And it will be second down and a long 2.
I feel like they'll run that play again.
Especially Isaiah McFarland was the one that stepped up. Well, it looks like they're going to do it with somebody else, though, because Dwayne Brown is not the motion man. Now they'll go into the middle. Pass over. Flowers gets around the receiver, and the pass was not catchable. Looking for Isaiah Scott again.
Great defensive stop. He was with them every step of the way on that route. Kai West on the breakup again.
Dwayne Brown has 2 touchdowns today. Isaiah Scott has 2 touchdowns, 4 passing touchdowns for Castronova. Brown is in motion. Castronova from under center. Quick pass out to him on an out route, and he'll get the first down and then some, all the way down to, it looks like, the 11.
Pass is complete. Walker brought down by 13.
Those quick outlet passes, they're hard to stop at any level. There's a quick sub as well for the Arsenal. Townsend in motion. Look that way. They'll go to Brown instead. He'll get hit into the wall at about the 5. It'll be second down.
They're just sneaking guys out the back door right now. It seems like they're doing overflowing one way, and here we go. Yep, sneaking them right out the back door once you vacate the space.
And there's been space for them.
That was my favorite from Arena. The coaches would just let everyone run and then just throw me for a little swing route. It works every time in Arena.
That's why you were two-time All-League, weren't you? There's those quick dump-offs.
Oh, good move.
Cashinova spinorama and heads for the end zone, and he's going to get knocked down. He kept the play alive, tried to extend it. We don't see Cashinova run very often, but he is a great runner.
Yeah, before the game, I was speculating that he was a pocket passer, but between the dipsy-do over there on the the touchdown pass and then this spin move, guess I could say he's pretty versatile. Yeah, great spin. Little Madden spin.
hit B. Oh, Xbox or PS?
Is it the juke stick or is it the VA? Whichever you prefer.
So it is third down. He was short of the sticks. They're going to hand it off to the big man who has enough for the first but not into the end zone. And now it's going to take a goal line stand from the Arsenal. Albany had one back to end the first half. It was as impressive as a goal line stand that you're going to see in arena football. And Michigan, not nearly the size that Albany is on that line, but they've made some good stops here before. Joshua Zacher is 6'2", 300 pounds. Cashinova has him to his left. He's going to pitch it, fake it, look for the open man. Tight end's eligible, big man, touchdown, Brandon Nicholson.
Looked like he hurt himself on that play.
Touchdown, Firebirds.
Held on to it enough, but he ran into the wall, and he is feeling it.
A knee, looks like.
Timeout on the field. Official timeout.
So he scored, and he is down. Trainers are out. I'm going to break a cardinal rule here, but I think this would be a good time for us to take a break if we have one. But it's a touchdown for the Albany Firebirds, and it was a drive right into that knee. Held on to the ball. That's the biggest thing to note. And every player on the field has taken a knee as they check on Brandon Nicholson, who was the tight end eligible off of the end of the line on the deke play. We will step aside and take a break while they take a look at Brandon Nicholson. 6:01 left to go, 34-22 here in Saginaw.
Welcome to the fastest game on turf.
The scoreboard doesn't rest.
This is Arena Football 1.
New cities.
A hit like that only happens in Arena Football 1.
New chaos.
This is why you tune in.
New rivalries.
Unbelievable.
The scoreboard is on tilt. This is what AF1 is all about.
Don't blink. Because in here, the ball never dies.
Lateral G-force dampeners engaged.
0 to 60.
Burst propulsion activated. Aerobic capacity maximized.
Hydraulic extension vector enabled.
Threat detection engaged.
This monster is ready.
Minnesota Monsters. Get your tickets now.
So Brandon Nicholson gets the receiving touchdown but takes the brunt end of it with a knee to the board, and that will bring in Tykeist Crawford in his absence. PAT here after the score. for Evan Bird. Snap good, hold good, kick is off, and that's going to open the door again for the Arsenal here. 34-22 is our score, and Albany continues to expand that lead out, but again, the Arsenal just don't go away.
Yeah, just milling around.
That's exactly what the Washington Wolfpack did just 2 weeks ago. We were here with the Oregon Lightning, and we were paying as close attention to that game as you could. Final score, 42-34. Albany over the Wolfpack. And there's a look as Brandon Nicholson gets help to the locker room with a couple of his teammates, and they'll get an extended look at him. Like we said, his knee just went directly into the boards, and don't want to speculate on what it is, but that's what happened. And props to Nicholson. He held on to that ball the entire way.
Still making a play for the team.
So on the other side of it, we'll get a kickoff here from Bird. And Vance Bennett, who just returned the last kick, stands a yard in front of the rebound nets. That's going to hit off of the roof, so the benefit of having a return earlier in the game and having really strong returns is now they don't want to kick it to you, so they try and elevate it. And on this low roof, it's very easy to hit 20-yard line.
Ball will be placed at the Arsenal 20-yard line, first and 10, Arsenal.
So 34-22 is our score. Malik Henry back on. A deuce in the midst of that. And Malik Henry is under center to start this drive off here with 5 minutes left to go in the third quarter. Harvey Flowers is the motion man. They'll shove him off the line. He's open, and then a little miscommunication. Two guys were open, and they didn't know exactly what route to run. Sean Lyota frustrated.
Yeah, those are those routine plays that, you know, you practice those day in and day out. You don't want to give up on those.
It was an interesting story before the game. There's actually an Albany Firebird, I believe it was part of the ownership group, that came up to Coach Lyota and said, I don't know if you remember me, Coach, but when you were in Erie, I tried out for you 16 years ago, and you opened my eyes to what arena football is, and now part of the Firebird staff. Quick dump off to Williams, shimmy, shake, gets by a defender, puts his shoulder down, and gets driven into the wall.
Good move, great extra effort on that play.
Dan Williams continues to put great plays together. He is has a great game. Eight attempts, now 9, about 40 yards. As they go to Grissom, he splits the gap in defenders and pushes forward for about 5.
6-yard pass complete from Henry to Grissom. Second down and 4, Arsenal.
So after it looked like it was going to be a slow start to this drive, the past 2 plays, positive. And the Albany defense will look to stand tall again. Flowers, motion. And the pass has to get thrown away, and Malik gets rushed by this all-out pressure from Kadir Shepard and Morris Joseph.
Fans, remember, if the ball comes into your area, please toss it right back into the field.
So it'll be third down and about 5. Malik Henry gives the message to the troops. They'll line it up. Grissom, motion, hard count, looking for the open man. Henry gonna take a chance. He's got Williams again! 3 touchdowns for the Threat!
He's just such a solid target. Such a solid target. You get it anywhere in his vicinity, he's coming up with that. Whether in space, traffic, you name it.
6'4", 220 out of East St. Louis.
Boy, built like DK Metcalf.
PAT is up and good. It is 34-29. Michigan hanging around against the Firebirds, the top team in AF1. With 1:39 left to go in the third quarter, Albany.
I would say if this had anything to do with Vegas and betting, the Michigan Arsenal are definitely shaking things up right now. I don't think anyone expected this game to be this close, to be honest.
There were a couple I will give credit to that thought, you know, there's a good chance because there is something here with this Arsenal team.
Yeah.
But it's sometimes so hard to overcome the Albany firepower. This is a team that has been together for essentially 3 years and some for 5 years before that. And Dan Williams just continues his tear here in AF1. 3 touchdowns, making a case for him to be the Offensive Player of the Week or MVP, something that Sam Castronova currently holds. So with 1:39 in the third quarter, Oscar Roden will get back to kick. We just saw Doug Julian run behind us, the team photographer here for the Michigan Arsenal. He's got a great squad and flies around, so give credit to him. Roden kicks it off, keeps it low, and they're gonna blow a whistle on something saying that hit the roof. That didn't hit the roof. And they called it that it did. Folks, I don't know what the ref saw. We are at the line of the roof. That didn't hit it. I don't even think it skimmed it.
Can you even challenge that right now?
I don't think so. I'd have to pull up the rule book. But that's what Coach Lyotta is asking for. Can we go and look at it?
Not even close.
Yeah, that didn't. And usually you can tell based on the trajectory of where it hits the rebound net if it did or not.
Yeah, it'll change the momentum on the ball, yeah.
That ball didn't move, so Albany is going to end up with great field position on a miscue. And fans here, and we're only saying that it's hard to see, especially here with the low roof, but we are at the roof level. That didn't hit it. Albany's gonna try and take advantage though. Castronova scrambles, here comes the pressure. Sack time here in Saginaw!
The spin-a-rooney doesn't work on this play. Good swarm tackle, good swarm tackling by the Michigan Arsenal.
Cornell Jones with a little bit of help from everybody else. And Dugan there as well, and then Michael White, who has 4 sacks on the season, leads this team in that category, also got in there as well. So clock will wind. Have to have a play here, can't head to the fourth quarter. First time the defensive line has gotten into the backfield for the Arsenal. They'll bring the pressure again. Castronova has time, takes a shot, and it's caught! Albany immediately responds. Isaiah Stott gets his 3rd touchdown of the game. Castronova, with pressure in his face, lays a bullet to Scott.
What a strike, right on the money. Talk about precision. right in the bread basket.
What a catch, too, on the run, and looked over his shoulder kind of at the last second. Extra point is good, and that lead is extended again, 41-49
of the third
here
quarter.
in
Media
Michigan.
timeout.
That is the end of the third quarter. We will head to a break. When we come back, it's the fourth quarter. You do not want to go anywhere. We will see you on the other side.
Welcome to the fastest game on turf.
The scoreboard doesn't rest.
This is Arena Football 1.
New cities.
A hit like that only happens in Arena Football 1.
New chaos.
This is why you tune in.
New rivalries.
Unbelievable. The scoreboard is on tilt.
This is what AF1 is all about.
Don't blink. Because in here, the ball never dies.
Lateral G-force dampeners engaged.
0 to 60.
Burst propulsion activated. Aerobic capacity maximized.
Hydraulic extension vector enabled.
Threat detection engaged.
This monster is ready.
Minnesota Monsters. Get your tickets now.
So my very fondest memory at an
This the AF1. What? Run for the city. Run. Rep your colors. Side by side. When the lights come on, we go high. AF1. The ball never dies.
Michigan Arsenal, Albany Firebirds doing battle here in Arena Football 1 where the ball never dies. And this game has had a little bit of everything. We've had a deuce. We have two guys with 3 receiving touchdowns. We have games in between. The dance team's here. I mean, this is Arena Football.
I can't keep up.
Yeah. And the only thing we haven't had is an Arsenal much-needed stop.
Yeah.
The lead is up to 12 again. Michigan has been able to get it back within 6 a few times, but Albany has answered the bell.
Yeah, they pull away every time.
So here's the kick from Evan Bird. That's going to hit the scoreboard. He knocked a piece of it earlier off during warm-ups.
The ball
I
hit
think
the
it
scoreboard,
stayed on this
therefore
time,
be placed at the 20-yard line.
Actually, no,
First
it
down.
didn't. He knocked another piece off, it looks like. That's going to send us to the 20 for the Arsenal. And that's where they will get possession of it. We will see the offense back on, which has been good here. After a slow start in the first quarter, I can't emphasize that enough. The start of this game looked like it was going to be a runaway for Albany.
Yeah, absolutely. Giving them the ball at, their basically front porch did not help.
But the pressure persists. Henry steps up.
Yep.
He goes to Grissom, uses the wall, and then is taken down by The Firebird, that's Robinson. Seth Robinson was 4 weeks on the IL or IR before making his way back here into play. Important to note, earlier in this game, Lorenzo Jones, who has been an incredible safety valve for this defense of Albany, was ejected on a personal foul. And playing a man down here. Henry heaves, and it's way over Grissom, so that's going to be incomplete, and we will see 2nd and 10. Deshaun Hayes, Matt Kibbe here with you on Home Team Network. Thanks so much for tuning in here. Wherever you're watching, whether it is Home Team Network, YouTube, I know, like I said earlier, the YouTube comments have been flying, and we've been reading a few of them, so hello to everyone in the YouTube comments. Henry drops back again, fires, long, bobbles, and drops it. Good defense and stout defense again from Seth Robertson. Take a look at what number 16 in white did to Trevante Long. Hands up and
textbook defense.
The biggest thing to note, he turned his head.
Yep.
Official timeout for injury.
He turned his head back, and Trevante Long didn't recognize this at the time, but
Media
had not
timeout.
gotten up. And that's going to send us to a full timeout here on Home Team Network. 41-29, Michigan trying to get back into it here on HTN. We'll be right back.
You want soft?
Over the boards he goes.
Wrong building.
And it's a touchdown.
This is Arena Football 1. Walls, speed, impact. This game doesn't slow down.
Touchdown, Wolfpack!
It closes in. 8 men, nowhere to run. Hockey speed, football violence. Don't blink, because in here, the ball never dies. Watch Arena Football 1 live all weekend long. This is Arena Football 1.
Welcome to the fastest game on turf.
The ball never dies.
This is what AF1 is all about.
You want soft?
Let's go!
Wrong building.
Hits like that only happen in Arena Football 1.
Walls.
There's no escape on this field.
Speed.
To the house.
Impact.
This is why you tune in.
This game doesn't slow down. It closes in. Because in here, the ball never dies.
World, some of you watching in the United Kingdom, welcome back to Saginaw, Michigan. 41-29, 3rd and 10 for the Arsenal, trailing here in Michigan. Henry retreats, thrown, caught by Grissom off the wall. He bobs and weaves into the end zone. He lost it, but he was already in. It's a touchdown.
What a leap of faith on that dive.
Grissom back from injury and finally back into the end zone. Take a look at Grissom here. Just bounced off the wall. The ball never dies, neither does the wall. And the wall never loses either. Yeah, he's in all day.
Just extra effort. Extra effort. That's all it takes sometimes, man.
His first touchdown since back against Minnesota, the first time they played him. And Roden misses the PAT. But what I will add here is Oscar Roden is going to be kicking from the side that he hit the deuce last time. Malik Henry has thrown for 4 passing touchdowns today. This has been an all-time QB matchup here between Castronova and Malik Henry, who have had battles in the past, and there is still a ton of jawing here between these two teams, might I add.
Yeah, you were saying that this has that type of rivalry that, you know, maybe down the road we'll see.
Yeah, I think right now with how these teams have operated, the real rival for Michigan has been Minnesota.
Okay, yeah.
I think that's the fairest thing to say. They play each other 3 times trying to build that, but I mean, if it's the David versus Goliath, the underdog rivalry here, that's certainly the case. And here comes Albany, who is waiting to come out. We didn't take a break. They might have thought we were, but officials blowing their whistle to get them lined up. 11:31 left to go here in the game. Nashville already has won their game today. One more game coming up tonight, and then a game tomorrow as well here in AF1. Oscar Roden, line drive kick, and it bounces into the hands of Tyrese Chambers, who gets taken down at the 15.
Tackle by Jalen Jackson on that one out of Georgia Southern.
Jalen Jackson activated this week. That was a weird bounce. Nice play by Tyrese Chambers to at least get something on it. So ball at the 15 for Castronova and company. Already has 6 passing touchdowns today, matching his total touchdowns from a week ago against Kentucky. He throws it into Dwayne Brown, who dives into the wall to make the catch. Dwayne Brown is the leading receiver today, with Isaiah Scott, who has 3 touchdowns. Brown is the motion man. Quick pass. That's to Chambers. He got a burst of speed into the 10, and this is what Albany does so well.
Quick fire plays and get up the field ASAP.
You have a speedster like Tyrese Chambers, who at one point had spent camp with the Cleveland Browns.
Right on. Got a nice resume up under his belt.
Very strong resume if you get a chance to go look at it. Brown, motion behind the line, looking for the opening, a floater to Scott, and the floater is caught in the end zone. Isaiah Scott has 4 touchdowns today against the Arsenal. Seven passing touchdowns for the Albany Firebirds, and they continue to just answer and keep the deficit in double digits. Isaiah Scott has 89 yards and 4 touchdowns receiving. That silenced this crowd too.
Yeah, that took the energy right out of the building.
3 plays. All it took. That's how quick this Albany.
You can hear a pin drop in the stadium right now.
Bad snap, bad kick, but it still went through after the adjustment from Evan Bird, so a good kick with a little bit of chaos in front of him. Makes it 48-35. We head to a timeout here with 8:45 left to go in the contest.
Yeah! You feel that? You feel that? This the AF1. You feel that? What? Run for the city. Run. Rep your colors. Side by side. When the lights come on, we go high. AF1. The ball never dies.
Here we go again. That's going to leave a mark.
This is Arena Football 1.
This is what AF1 is all about.
The ball never dies.
He flipped over the wall and hung on.
The wall is waiting.
This is Arena Football 1.
No sideline.
He got lit up by the wall.
That's going to leave a mark.
No way out.
A hit like that only happens in Arena Football 1.
Because in here, the ball never dies.
Drake may have dropped 3 albums, but Sam Castronova is dropping dimes here in Michigan, which may be more impressive. I'm just saying.
I'm going to go with that. Yeah, I agree. Oh, man.
He has been unstoppable in his return to the Arena Football 1. 7 passing touchdowns today. And the kickoff will be fielded by Vance Bennett. He already has a touchdown return, tries to spin out of it, and he'll get out to about the 14, 13-yard line. And that's where the Arsenal will start. But, you know, I mean, everybody knows. If you know Arena Football, you know the name Sam Castronova. But for him to be able to live up to it after going and spending time in Houston.
Coming into to this system, learning the playbook that quick.
Relearning.
Really just get the timing back with the team, you know, and it really shows.
Didn't miss a beat.
Shows how professional he is, a real deal professional.
Yeah, he didn't miss a beat at all.
Yeah.
And gives credit to Josh Kolka for what he was able to do. Josh, we haven't even mentioned it yet, but Josh, the backup quarterback, is a local product from Clinton Township, Michigan. Went to St. Francis for his final few years of college, but started his career at Wayne State. So this is a little bit of a homecoming. It would have been awesome to see him play.
Yeah.
But with Sam Castronova, you don't sit Sam Castronova.
The big ticket.
Joshua was having an MVP-esque 4 weeks, along with his brother Tyler, who's in Nashville.
Good
Open
catch.
look for Grissom, and that's a good start to this drive for the Arsenal as they try and get back into this one, down by 13. The only problem, time and the efficiency of the Albany offense is not on their side. But, Deshaun, you know better than anybody, in Arena Football,
anything can happen at any time, any waking moment.
you can score on one play.
Yep.
Yes, you can do that in 11-on-11, but in Arena Football,
it's like a snake's quick strike.
Yes. That's what makes this beautiful game so great. Long the motion man. They're going to
Good
find
pass.
him, but he's just
Oh.
off the mark. He was in a wide open crevice of the end zone, and you have to hit those.
You got to dive for that at least. I don't know what happened there, but
When this Albany defense has a hole in it, you got to punch through it.
got to take advantage.
'Cause
Got him around the corner there.
It doesn't happen often.
Huh. Yeah, it's like giving away opportunities,
Yeah.
basically, yeah.
Yeah, it looked like Marcus Smith had just lost him.
Yeah, he didn't snap. His head was snapped around it. I don't know.
There was a lot of space. You had Grissom open in the flat as well. Long as the safety valve, Daniel Williams is open again. He's got 4. Isaiah Scott and Daniel Williams going ban for ban for ban for ban.
We got a buffet here today, don't we?
It's incredible.
Everybody's eating today.
So 48-41, this is a big extra point. Daniel Williams just keeps finding his way open in the end zone. Snap, hold, kick, all good.
All good.
6-point game again here in Michigan. And we're going to keep playing here, which is best case scenario for the Albany Firebirds. They don't want to sit.
I'm antsy and nervous like I'm playing right now, man.
Just hanging around. And Michigan, in this case, Deshaun, absolutely needs a stop.
Yeah, they got to dig deep on this possession here.
You got to sell out.
Yeah, everything you got, you guys.
6 minutes. This is an Albany offense that is able to really do anything. If they want to milk time, they certainly can. If they want to go for the end zone and keep kind of knocking the momentum down, they can do that as well. 3 plays last drive, capped off by a floater to Isaiah Scott for his 4th touchdown reception.
Maybe Oscar could put another one through the uprights real quick here and make things even more interesting.
Very, very good point. Already has a deuce today. Haven't seen the one on a Michigan kickoff. That means the returner didn't exit the end zone, essentially a safety for the folks at home that aren't familiar, but it is one of the rules. So Oscar Roden will load up and will attempt for his 2nd deuce. Instead, he keeps it on the line, trying to play the field position game, and it's going to bounce over the end wall. And it hit the turf first. That's important.
Ball did not hit the rebound net, therefore will be placed at the 20-yard line. First down.
That should be the 5-yard line because it hit the turf and then bounced over. If I recall, it should not be the 20. It should be the 5. At least that's what Jeremy Lyota is arguing here. And there is, I will say this, there's really nobody better at the rules than the Lyotas.
He's got the Arena Football Bible, I think, at home.
He reads it every night.
He helped write the rule book. I feel like he's been in the game so long.
I'd have to go double check, but I'm almost positive I'd lean on the expertise of the Lyotas. So they get it at the 20 again, and that's the 2nd time that Albany is going to get great field position off of a little bit potential miscue. And like you said, a good stop is they're going to try and play clock here. So it will be 2nd down. It was a loss. Quick pass over. Scott escapes Jarvey Flowers and then continues to barrel before he's taken down at the 13-yard line.
And like you keep saying, just that quick. You think you got them on the ropes, and they find themselves sneaking on out.
Arsenal on their heels. Castronova drops back, looks for Townsend. He's got him! Townsend receives another touchdown, his 11th of the season, and Albany again scores at will.
You know, you think you got this team, you know, stumped on the test, and then it's like they got all the answers every time. I don't know what kind of...
They do. They do.
They got the answers every time.
They certainly have been able to respond. Extra point, missed. That could be something. But again, time, 3:39 left, not on the side of the Arsenal. Here's another look at the touchdown to Townsend. Again, has had a quiet game, but a really good game. First touchdown for him. It's his 11th of the year. Well, as they get ready to get going here for the kickoff, let's take a look at our AF1 upcoming schedule here and the Vice game of the week that we are constantly looking forward to. For the Arsenal, they head out west. They will actually fly to Oregon, then they get the bye, then they come back home for Nashville. For the Firebirds, this couldn't be a better time to get a bye. They have a bye next week, and then they start their home trek with Oceanside and Beaumont, two teams that Albany should be able to handle, but you get that home environment, you get into MVP Arena, you never know what can happen, and Albany has been firing on all cylinders.
I know Albany can't wait to rest their bones, though.
Kick off the net for Vance Bennett. He'll field it, make the turn, look for a gap. He splits one, has a little bit more of a hole. Down the sideline before he's taken down at about the Albany 14, and that's a great return to help set up the offense here for the Arsenal.
The Arsenal first down on the Firebirds 11-yard line.
So out comes Malik Henry. His team down by 12. Grissom, motion, fade ball to Williams. Fade ball caught by Williams again! He's got 5 touchdowns!
Too easy. What a perfect fade.
He has been, as advertised, our player to watch before the game, and Daniel Williams has 5 touchdowns.
That's amazing. He really showed up today. My man said he's at the barbershop because he's catching straight fades.
Roden misses the extra point.
Point after 10 is no good.
And so now we'll have to see what Coach Lyotta wants to do. You want to try and get the ball back on an onside? Do you want to put your defense out there? Here's the disadvantage, 2:15 on the clock. And he is fired up talking to his kickoff team. Looks like the hands team might be on their way out. It's Coach Ice, special team coordinator and defensive back Sam Reynolds. And you got the best team in the league on the ropes. You got to find your best possible onside play. Call it what it is. They're going to whistle for the coaches to get off. One man is deep. That is Chambers. And then the hands team is on for Albany as well. They will kick it deep. Roden goes for the deuce, and he's got it again! It's another deuce for Oscar Roden! Just what the Arsenal needed!
Hold up to the upright. That is a deuce.
Ring it up. Ring it up.
First down.
Oscar Roden, twice as nice on the deuce, and momentum back into a 4-point game.
What a clutch play.
And the Albany Firebirds have to start at their own 5 on the deuce. Oscar Roden, from the same exact spot that he did it in the second quarter, gets the perfect trajectory, and it goes right in between the rebound nets for 2 points. We were just waiting for Oscar Roden to figure it out here in Saginaw, and he has. Quick pass out to start off the drive for Albany, who now will do everything they can to milk the clock. 90 seconds and counting left in the game. It's a 4-point game. Michigan defense is going to have to sell out. And they're going to use the entirety of the play clock here. Sam Castronova has been in these moments before, and he stepped up to these big moments. So have the rest of this offensive unit. They're going to let this one wind all the way to 1 minute. So now the clock will start stopping and going, and we will head to a break. The 1-minute
timing rules are now in effect.
You do not want to go anywhere here on Home Team Network. The conclusion of this one when you come back.
Timeout on the field.
Yeah! You feel that? You feel that? This the AF1. You feel that? What? Run for the city. Run. Rep your colors. Side by side. When the lights come on, we go high. AF1. The ball never dies.
He's already flying.
This is Arena Football 1.
Full speed at the snap.
The ball never dies.
Man, you can't defend that speed.
He's already at full speed before the snap.
Blink and you miss him.
You're not chasing him, you're surviving him.
He's gone just like that.
By the time you react, full speed, full chaos. He's gone. Because in here, the ball never dies.
Here we go again. That's going to leave a mark.
This is Arena Football 1.
This is what AF1 is all about.
The ball never dies.
He flipped over the wall and hung on.
The wall is waiting.
This is Arena Football 1.
No sideline.
He got lit up by the wall.
That's going to leave a mark.
No way out.
A hit like that only happens in Arena Football 1.
Because in here, the ball never dies.
Minute remaining here in Saginaw. 54-50. The Arsenal trail by 4 to the top team, an undefeated team in Albany. Quick pass, first down for Albany on 2nd and 5. And they'll move the chains. Clock stops for a moment while
Timeout
they
on the
reset
field.
all that.
Michigan, their
As
first of the
Michigan
half.
takes a
30 seconds in
timeout. It's a
length.
30-second timeout. Deshaun Hayes, Matt Kibbe here with you on Home Team Network. And we have been in for as good of a game as maybe wasn't advertised, but turned into one.
Yeah.
And Deshaun, for you, I mean, you've been in dogfights like this back in your day as a Saginaw Sting member. And when you're in a fight like this, what's kind of the messaging on both sides of the ball?
You got on, as far as the defensive side, you just telling your guys, come on, y'all, we just need one. We just need one bad thing to happen. Offensive-wise, just take care of the ball.
Yeah, we saw that
be safe.
Be a factor last week for the Arsenal in overtime, fumbled the last play.
Yep.
Castronova, really good at taking care of it. Double move, long ball, caught, touchdown, Albany. What a move from Dwayne Brown to beat the cornerback, and he scores and makes this game almost out of reach.
The home run play on the stop and go.
9th passing touchdown for Sam Castronova. Dwayne Brown gets his 3rd receiving touchdown, and this explosive Albany offense hasn't stopped. All right, big extra point here. 10-point game right now. This is to make it an 11-point spread. It's been a struggle for Evan Bird. Bad snap. Townsend's going to hang on to it. They got to go for 2. Townsend looking for an open man and just throws it away. Conversion no good. 10-point game keeps the door open for Michigan.
Point after tip is no good. Your score, Albany Firebirds 60. Your Michigan Arsenal 50.
That's the second time Townsend had to kind of pull the fire drill. This one doesn't go his way. And we'll get ready for Michigan to get the ball back and have to be efficient here if you are the Arsenal. Castronova, look at the move.
That's one of those sticky situations, too, because as a defensive player, you don't want to be too aggressive, but given the time, you do want to try to make some kind of play. So
we said it too. Have to sell out.
You got to.
And so that means you're in press coverage.
Yep.
And when you have a move like Dwayne Brown, I mean, obviously for a defensive back, you're going backwards, and the offense player knows what they're going to do. It's hard. It's the hardest position to play, and probably, I think you can make the argument, the hardest position to play in all of sports.
Oh, yeah, to stop at full speed pretty much and then get back going just like that. Yeah, that's tough.
Yeah, because if in that case, if the defensive back is playing back, then Brown is just going to plant curl.
Yep.
And then it's still a big game.
It's still a big game, but you just converge on that rather than, you know.
That hit off the lighting, and Evan Bird thought he had a great kick, but there is one distinction of lighting that hangs a little bit lower. It's almost like a second scoreboard here, and it's placed so awkwardly you actually can't see it from where he was kicking off from, and that's what it hit, and it would have been a deuce. Look at that. He was frustrated. So the ball, this helps the Arsenal though. Ball is at the 20. $30 yards away. Down by 10. You need a quick score. And you can see if we want to see an aggressive play. We'll talk about that a little bit. Grissom, Long, Williams are the receiving core. Oh. And Long wasn't looking. Long wasn't looking.
Can't have those kind of miscues.
And I would say that's almost the second time that connection has just been off for Henry and for Long. Positive, if there is one, stops the clock. Here in a minute, normal timing rules apply. Grissom, the motion man, has space, has to launch it. Williams is wide open in a sea of red of the end zone. He's got 6 touchdowns. touchdowns today.
What does DJ Khaled say? Another one. Not a soul in sight.
I don't know how he got that wide open. Him and Grissom were both open.
That was a walk in the park. He went for a hike on that.
Good job from Henry, too, to just throw it. And it looks like it was a coverage loss.
Yep.
What's he looking for?
No one's in sight. Where is anyone out there?
Dan the man, the threat, whatever you want to call him, Williams.
Just say number 6. Let number 6.
He's got 6.
Yeah.
All right, huge extra point here for Roden. Snap up, good, and the kick is a save. Give credit to Nick Kergman here for a good hold, and it's a 3-point game.
We got ourselves a nail biter.
If you had nails before the fourth quarter, you do not on both sides, too.
If you're watching this and you got high blood pressure or any other sort, take a seat, please.
Michigan last week forced the first overtime game of the season across Arena Football 1. They lost that game, and now they trail by 3 again, but the only difference is they don't have the ball and they don't control their own destiny here. There's a sense of manifest destiny for Albany here in Michigan, trying to conquer the state. Hey, Oscar Roden.
Put one through.
Can you make it a one-point game?
Can you put one through?
I mean, you still have to get the ball back, but I would assume we're going to see an onside, and yeah, we are. Onside kick, Squibbs on the ground, easily picked up by Dwayne Brown, and they'll hold on to it here with 39 seconds. Michigan has 2 timeouts, and the ball is at the plus 15.
First down 10 for the Firebirds. The Arsenal 15.
So game surely isn't over. Anything can happen in Arena Football 1. As we get down to the wire here in Michigan. Firebirds and Arsenal. 3-point game, 60-57. This game has had everything. The only thing we don't have yet is a finish. Castronova is under center. Flag and a false start. That's going to back him up 5 yards. And that's a benefit for Michigan.
They're putting time back on the clock, it sounds like, as well.
They need to put time back on the clock because it started.
Yeah, about 9 seconds, I think they said.
They put a second back on.
Oh, okay.
It was at 39, and it definitely started. The timekeeper for the league that's down there, really good about that. In the last minute, he writes down what the time is at whenever it stops, so he knows. So after the penalty, Castronova, fade ball, flag, it's going to be pass interference. Kai West is going to get whistled for it. And it's actually, instead of pass interference, they'll call it as a hold. And so penalty is going to move it and give a first down back to Albany, and the time keeps staying off. 35 seconds left in the game.
Defense, number 8, 10-yard penalty, automatic first down.
So that's going to make it first and goal on the 10-yard penalty. 35 seconds left on the game clock. Albany has victory within reach. They just got to run the clock out. Hang on to the ball. Castronova is in the shotgun here. Colby Bird sends it to him. Quick trigger out, and they'll fall on top of it. They just, whatever we can do to get the clock to end.
The field, Michigan, their second of the half.
So Michigan's going to take their second timeout. With 31 seconds left, and that penalty hurt you. Look back now.
That was a big setback for them.
Had Albany on the ropes, but the Firebirds living up to the name and surviving the fire here with the Arsenal. Look at Coach Lyota and Sam Castronova, and Sam Castronova has had the man on the left's number tonight. 9 touchdowns for Sam. Why not one more? Whoa, incompletion's gonna stop the clock. Michigan doesn't have to use the timeout. Third down. Sam Castronova is 28 for 36, by the way. You want to guess the yards he has?
What does he have?
312 yards and 9 touchdowns.
Putting on a clinic.
Best QB in the country indoors. Castronova trying to escape. Here comes the pressure. He gets away from one. Can't escape the second. It's sack time here in Michigan. Michael White. Chris Fitzgerald. Jalen Jackson in there.
Great job swarming the QB on that one. Even then, I didn't think he was going to go down. He's got me convinced that
he's going to escape everything.
Yeah, he's going to escape everything. He's a magician.
Got away from one. Prime example.
I thought he was going to turn the corner on that one.
It's a great tackle from Chris Fitzgerald.
Great team effort on that.
There's some confusion down with the officials. They're going to hold Castronova up. And we're going to listen
Correction. The clock will stop due to Albany not gaining positive yards. Therefore, Michigan did not get charged a timeout. They have one remaining.
This is
in the
important
game.
because it was a sack and the clock can stop. You have to get positive yards in order for the clock to stop in Arena Football 1. Because it was a sack, you don't get the benefit of the clock running. So Michigan doesn't have to use a timeout. They keep one. It's 4th down. Have to score or it's a turnover. Castronova, deep, goes to Scott, his one-man band. Did he hang on? No, he didn't. Michigan gets the ball.
Oh, my God. Oh, way to go all out on that. Isaiah McFarland, way to go all out, man.
Like waiting on a ridge.
Oh, my goodness. He didn't care. It was like Wile E. Coyote going off the cliff. He didn't care. He just wanted to make that play.
How close was he to holding on to this? Oh, my. That's as close as you can get. What a play by Isaiah McFarland. All right. Deshaun, Michigan is down by 3. 14 seconds left. They have a timeout in their pocket. Trying to hand Albany their first loss in 2 years. Henry, duck ball, lost and hits the turf. 9 seconds left, but none of that matters.
Oh my goodness.
Malik Henry today has 7 touchdowns in his own right. 6 of which have gone to Daniel Williams. They trail by 3. Still have a timeout. Long, Grissom, Williams are the receivers. Malik Henry, 4-step top, throws it deep, looking for Grissom, and it's picked off to end the game. Picked off by Marcus Smith, his 4th of the year. He's going to take this one all the way back as time expires to the 1-yard line, and that's going to end it. A pick ends this game. Marcus Smith, 4th interception this year, and the marathon is over. There is a flag, bunch of players down. Albany is celebrating, there is a flag.
We got all kind of commotion going on.
I don't think it's gonna mean anything.
Nah.
Albany is gonna win this one, and they survive into the bye week.
Oh, man.
Let's listen in one time here before we wrap things up from Saginaw. Taking the home run ball, had a timeout. And so Lyota's gonna have to take a timeout and a challenge. He's gonna challenge probably, I believe, the defensive look and make sure everybody was where they were supposed to be. Albany has started gathering and shaking hands, but they can't go anywhere. A couple of the guys have walked off. This game isn't officially over. Kind of last-ditch effort here from the Arsenal and the officials. There was a flag on the play. It was thrown near the tail end of the play, though, so that makes me believe it's not going to have an impact.
Make something on the comeback or on the run back, maybe. Yeah.
Lyota is certainly going to take a timeout and challenge here. And here's the official.
Michigan is challenging illegal defense on the play that the linebacker was too deep.
And so they don't announce the flag that was thrown that's still on the field. This is a coach's challenge. Last-ditch effort for Sean Lyota. The linebacker has a 5-yard window they have to be in. If they go beyond that 5 yards, it's illegal defense and a penalty on the defense. The ball was on, I believe it was on the 18, so that 5-yard window takes you to the 23. Let's take a look here as the officials look at it. This usually is a pretty quick review. You have to circle in on 2 guys and make sure they're in the right spot. That unique ripple of the Arena Football 1 rules is to encourage scoring, which didn't need any encouragement tonight here in Saginaw. All right, let's see. Coach is waiting for the call here. I believe that is the defensive coordinator for Albany, Brandon Cisse, former Texas Tech Raider. Oh, they're going to put the headset back on here. Everybody waits for the stripes. There was still a flag on the play, too. That just hasn't been announced. Some people packing up, faithful staying true, making sure everything lines up, but the officials having a long conversation. You know, oftentimes in a review, the longer the conversation goes on, the more that door opens.
You got me biting my nails over here.
And so here's the call to decide the game.
After review, the jack linebacker was not out of the box. Therefore, Michigan has lost their challenge. During the return, we had a personal foul, number 99 on White. That penalty will be assessed 10 yards from the 1-yard line. It will be 1st and 10 at the 11-yard line for Albany with 1 untimed down.
So because there was a personal foul on the last play, we have to play an untimed down. All Albany needs to do is snap it and get touched and hold on to the ball. So the ball's going to be at the 11. And both teams are going to come to an agreement here. Here's the call.
Michigan has elected to decline the penalty. Therefore, the game is over.
And so Michigan will decline it because an untimed down from the 11, there's no reason to play it. So they decline the personal foul, and Albany officially escapes the Arsenal.
Ooh. Literally escaped.
Yeah, they are bolting to the locker room. 60-57 is our score. Deshaun, we had a great game here in Michigan. Back and forth affair. Daniel Williams, in a losing effort, deserves the MVP this week with 6 touchdowns.
The Arsenal had him in a panic room, but somehow managed to let him escape. What a game. That's what you want every time, though, in arena football. Regardless of the outcome, fast-paced, big hits, cool dances.
Everything you could ask for here. Sam Castronova, in his second week back in AF1, 9 passing touchdowns. He makes a case for a player of the week as well. What a game here in Saginaw. Our final score, 60-57. Albany hangs on to the win. They improve to 6-0 and head into the bye week. We will step aside for everybody from Home Team Network. For our producer, Mariana, that's Deshaun Hayes. I'm Matt Kibbe. We'll see you next time from Saginaw on Home Team Network with AF1 Football.